Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on Introduction to HTML. The version of HTML we are interested is HTML5. We will approach this topic starting with very basics to get anyone started on HTML. The agenda of the presentation is as follows: Introduction to HTML, HTML basics and building a simple web page, followed by HTML elements and attributes. Then we would explore HTML structure using lists, table, divs and spans. Then we would try to understand how to add text, images, and links. And we plan to wind up using HTML forms. Introduction to HTML. Let's get started with this introduction. In this introduction, I would get you introduced to HTML. We'll go over some basics and build a simple web page to help you get started with creating HTML5 pages. What is HTML in first place? It stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is used to structure the content on the World Wide Web. It's a system for annotating a document in a way that is syntactically distinguishable from the text. If your question is how different is it from a programming language, HTML is a descriptive language. It instructs the browser to render the content with a structure specified. Example, how a text could be made bold in a Microsoft Word document. Here text is the content and it is made bold is the structure given to it. So we could say HTML provides structure to the content. Now a few HTML basics. As said, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. A markup language is a set of markup tags. As you can see here, HTML documents are described by HTML tags, and each HTML tag describes a different document content. And the right hand side you can see a simple template of a HTML5 document. We will try to explore this particular document in detail in a demo. Okay, now that we know some basics of HTML, we will build a simple HTML page and check it out. Remember, since it's a markup language for describing web contents, which are also called as web pages, we will refer them as web pages from now. Let's discuss some tools that we are going to use. The tools that we need is an HTML editor. A simple notepad could be used to create an HTML page. However, I would also like to show you another tool as well. Web browsers like Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox could be used to see how the web page is rendered. Okay, then let's jump to a simple web page for now. Let's create a text document wherein which we can type an HTML document. I would rename this document as test1.txt and open it in Notepad. Let me quickly type an HTML document page, and as and when I type, I would try to help you out with some knowledge. So I'm building a particular HTML page with some HTML tags which we are going to see and understand next. So F8 and close out the tag. Title tag. Title has welcome to HTML5 and end of title. Next, end of head tag followed by the start of the body tag. In the body we have one header. This is a heading. End of head tag. Start of a paragraph tag. This is the content of the paragraph tag, and end of paragraph tag, end of body tag, and finally end of HTML tag. So I have just typed in a simple HTML5 document. Let me save this And you can see that this particular document has several tags called as HTML tag, the head tag, the body tag, and for a given tag there is an end tag. The end tag is just differentiated by having a forward slash before the tag name. So head has an end head tag, h1 has a h1 end, p has an end of p, body has an end of body, and finally HTML has an end of HTML. However, the start of the document is marked by a special tag called as a doc type, and when we say doc type HTML, it means an HTML5 version. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and save this particular document as an HTML file. HTML file have extension either HTM or HTML. So let me save this file. As you can see, the new file is saved now, and let me double click to open this. You can see here I would also open the text file. You can see here some sections or some portions of the file, the content of the file are seen, and some of the contents are not seen. For example, this content is not displayed. Similarly, this content is not displayed as well. This content is not displayed. In this line, the title is not displayed, but welcome is displayed in here. Welcome to HTML. So this portion is this particular line which happens to be here. Now the h1 tag, as you can see, is this is heading, and this appears as heading here. Notice that this appears bold, and that is the significance of this particular tag h1. The next tag is nothing but a paragraph tag. So you can see the content. This is the content of a paragraph tag appears at this particular place. Similarly, this content is not going to appear in this particular page anywhere. So we can see that some contents appear and some contents do not appear. So only some contents appear, some don't. So the content that don't appear are nothing but markup. Okay, so now I would just try to open the same file in another editor called as Aptana Studio. So this is nothing but the Aptana Studio. As you can see here, Aptana Studio here. I would just open this for you. Help about Aptana Studio. I have installed the version Aptana Studio version 3. You can see it here. Now let me try to open this file in Aptana. Now you can see that there are different colors which is rendering the same content. The doc type has changed to brown, and the exclamation has changed to blue. Similarly, HTML is changed to blue, char set is changed to red, and the string UTF-8 is again blue. So the Aptana Studio does the syntax highlighting, and it's a good way, or it is the syntax highlighting, as you know, provides an easier way to edit any particular document because it recognizes its file type. Okay, so this is the demo that I wanted to show, and now you have known how this appears in the browser. Now let's switch back to the presentation, and I'm going to tell you where you can download this. So I would suggest you to use an editor that has syntax highlighting. That is, it recognizes the HTML file structure just like you have seen in any other programming language editor such as Microsoft Visual Studio or Eclipse. Aptana Studio can be downloaded as seen in the link. There are two versions, however, I would suggest you to download the standalone version.